Morning from my home studio. So I've been reading this book. I'm sure some of you have read it. Everybody's reading this book, Caste, C-A-S-T-E. It's really fascinating. And the thing that's been sort of mind-blowing for me in this book is that she introduces, to me at least, the concept that race is a social and cultural idea, not a biological fact, which I never really thought about before. It was never taught to me that way. It was never explained. I'm not sure that it was explained to me that it was a biological fact. That might be my assumption, but I've been doing some of my own research into it. And, basically this is an idea that was the idea of race was introduced in the 15th century when the Western European conquest began to happen. But scientists have basically shown that there is no, DNA analysis has shown that there is no genetic propensity for different races, right? That all humans have more in common genetically than they have differences, and that the genetic difference between any two humans is generally around 1%. And that even geographically, like widely spaced out populations only vary by like 6 to 8%. So that's a pretty small number. So scientists have basically, modern researchers have said that this concept of race has no biological validity, which I find just fascinating. I want to talk to my kids about it and hear how they're learning it, because I'm curious if things have shifted, since I was learning as a kid. Anyway, so this to me is just further scientific proof that we are all one, that we come from this one source, that there is, at our essence, we are 99%, right? This one thing. Our DNA is saying it. Our scriptures are certainly saying it. In our book on beauty that we're working through, John O'Donohue says, the glimpse, the touch of beauty is enough to quicken our hearts with longing for the divine. Beauty never finally satisfies, though she intensifies our longing and refines it. And in that book, he quotes Kathleen Rain, who says, strangest of all is the ease with which the vision is lost. Consciousness contracts, and we forget over and over again, until recollection is stirred by some icon of that beauty. Then we remember and wonder why we ever forgot. So he's, again, this idea of the beautiful is a glimpse, a touch into divinity. And when we experience beauty in the world and in ourselves and in each other, it sparks a longing for a deeper connection. So that longing is satisfied when we see the beautiful, when we glimpse it in nature, when we glimpse it in ourselves. And in tantric philosophy, this idea of forgetting and remembering is sort of essential to our spiritual practice. Our very nature is concealed from us as a condition of our being human, right? Our deepest nature is concealed. It's how we have to, it has to, for us to exist in the physical plane. And the spiritual path is the path of just remembering, of revelation, of revealing our true nature. So that's what our yoga really at our highest is. Our practice is this practice of meeting our heart's longing for the divine. We come to our mats for all sorts of reasons. And we all have our reasons that we came today, and that might shift a little bit on the day to day. But ultimately at the highest, it's like we have this glimpse of something more, something bigger, of some connection, and we want more of it. That's why I come to the mat. We want to know more of it. We want to feel more of it. We want to connect in deeper to it. And that's, for me, what leads me to the mat over and over again. So in our practice this morning, we'll touch on, or try to touch on, or try to have a glimpse of that concealed divine spark that is the very essence of who we are. And through the practice, reveal it more and more and more and more. Close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. And turn inside. As you line up your body in a way that feels optimal. So you're sitting tall and your spine feels long and your heart lifted and open. Imagine also that you're beginning to line up your inner body with the outer body, the inner awareness of your beingness with the physical parts of yourself. The physical, although no less divine, is the vessel that contains, that conceals and holds that inner beauty, the inner beautiful place inside. And so hold together the body, the outer body, the inner body, the fullness of life itself inside of you, merging with all the physical parts of yourself. Feel them line up a little bit more clearly. Then join your hands together at your heart. We'll begin by chanting. I'd like to chant the invocation this morning. So we'll chant one Om. We'll chant one time through Om Namah Shivaya, and we'll end with an Om. Again, the invocation itself is the reminder of our connection to something bigger, of our connection to beauty, to grace that is inside us and all around us. We chant together to remind us, to bring us into community, a community of the heart, a community of oneness. One Om and then the invocation. Take in a breath. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. This consciousness that takes the form of my body is who I am, and it shines radiantly. Bow your head to that radiance. Release your hands. Open your eyes. All right, let's get going. We're going to start standing up this morning. So come to your mat. I'll shift my screen. Yeah. Come stand on your mat, and maybe actually stand facing the short edge, because we're going to do a little step back. So you'll stand facing the short side of your mat and just come to Tadasana. Ground your feet, come to your breath. Breathe deeply, settle. Join your hands to your heart. Make a connection with something bigger inside of yourself that wants to create beauty in your practice this morning. On your next inhale, circle your arms up to the sky. Reach up and stretch tall. Take your gaze up. As you exhale, bend your knees, slide your hips back, find chair pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, sit the hips a little deeper. Sweep your hands behind your back, lace your fingers together. Stretch your arms straight back behind you, lift your chest. As you exhale, straighten your legs, fold over. Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heart, stretch your arms back, sit deep. Exhale, stretch your arms overhead, still clasped. Inhale one more time, bend the knees, lengthen your spine. Take your weight to your left foot, step your right foot back to lunge. Good. Inhale, unlace the fingers, stretch the arms to the sky. Stretch down through your legs and up through your spine, lengthening. Take a full breath. in your lunge pose. Then exhale, take your hands down, frame your front foot. Bring your weight back into your left foot. Keep your left knee bent and come up to a standing split variation with the knee bent. So standing leg bent, lifted leg straight. Now you can hold here with hands on the floor. If you want to take a moment to balance, you can bring your hands to your heart, tumbling tree pose. Either way, the spine nice and long. Exhale, release your hands if they're up. Release your right foot down, knees bent, sit your hips back. Inhale, arms up, chair pose. Good, press down to your feet, reach up to the sky, stretch your legs straight. Exhale, circle your hands to your heart. Good, second repetition. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, poke your hips back, chair pose, sit your hips down low. Sweep the hands behind the back, lace the fingers. Put the other pinky finger on top, stretch your arms straight. Good, exhale, fold over. Ali, you can take your feet as wide as you need, of course. Good, inhale, bend your knees, slide your heart forward, poke your hips back. Good, exhale, straighten your legs. Uttanasana, lift the arms a little higher. Extend your neck a little longer. One more time, inhale, bend your knees. Hold here for a moment, bring your weight to your right foot, and then step back with the left to lunge. Good, stretch your back leg straight and strong, bend into your front knee. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Good, stretch down through your legs into your feet. Stretch from your pelvis up through your spine, your arms and your fingers. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Pause, feel your right foot on the earth. Just get really steady into that right foot. And then come to a bent knee standing split. So belly on the thigh, right knee bent, left leg straight if you can. Straighten the left leg. Again, opportunity for balance here if you like, or keep your hands on the floor, take a breath. Exhale, hands to the floor, foot to the floor, knees bent. Inhale, arms up, Utkatasana. Good, press to your feet, straighten your legs, circle your hands into your heart, and come back to your breath. Close your eyes. Connect to a place inside that your body, that is where you feel your body, but you feel deeper than that. Your body, your mind, your heart all come together in one. Inhale, circle the arms up again. Exhale from the hips, fold forward. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good, take a moment in your dog, pedal your feet, stretch your legs, however you like to move. And then stretch yourself full into your dog pose. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower down to your belly. We're going to settle on the belly for a moment. So as you come onto your belly, stretch your arms straight out in front of you. Palms flat on the floor. Actually do this, pinkies on the floor, thumbs up. That'll help keep the shoulder blades onto the back. Good, take a moment and stretch your body longer on the floor. Make yourself bigger, fuller, brighter as you connect to that awareness of interconnection, that we're all connected. Now do this, resist your front ribs up and away from the floor a little bit. So you draw, your belly's gonna stay on the floor, but it's gonna contract slightly and the back body is gonna get a little bit fuller. Take a big breath into the back of your waistline. And then on the next inhale, lift your right leg and your left arm. Feel like you're lifting from the back of your waist and extending out. So you're not contracting the back body, you're keeping it really full. Exhale, release the arm and the leg. And then inhale, lift the opposite from the back of your waist. Right leg, left arm. Good. Inhale, first side again. Lift as high as you can. Exhale, release down. Inhale, opposite side. Good. Exhale, and release, and then slide your elbows underneath you, coming to Sphinx pose. Good. Now, with your forearms parallel, look towards your belly. Make your legs nice and strong. And then as you look towards your belly, sweep the back of your waistline back. Move the sides of your waist back as if you were turning inwards to glimpse that hint of beauty. And then keep that fullness and pull the shoulder blades onto the back and curl your head and your shoulders back, lifting your head. Good. Now, keeping all those actions in the belly and the shoulders, tuck your toes and come up to Dolphin Plank. Keep the waistline lifting up. So not Dolphin Plank. Yeah, that's it. Good. Waistline lifting up, heart soft. 2 or 3 breaths here. See if you can find a glimpse, a moment, a touch of beauty, even in the challenge of holding a plank. Good. Exhale, release your hips back down. Slide the elbows to the side, rest your head on your hands. You can do a couple of windshield wipers with your legs if you like. And once again, just deepen your breath. I'm up only just so I can see you. You guys can rest on the floor. Okay, stretch the arms out in front again. Pinky fingers on the floor like you're karate chopping the floor. Legs strong and long. From your pelvis, extend the legs longer. From your pelvis, extend the torso and the arms longer. Take a breath in, fill up the back waist, and then from the back of the waist, lift everything up off the floor. Everything you can. Good. Exhale and release. 2 more like that with the breath. Breathe to the back waist. So feel the back waist expand first. Keep the fullness as you lift up. Exhale and release. And 1 more time. Breathe into the back body, into the mystery of life, into all that's concealed from us, inside of us, but we know is there because we get that glimpse and touch of beauty. Exhale and release. Slide your forearms underneath you again, back to Sphinx. Good. Again, press into the elbows, look towards the waistline. Sweep the sides of your waist. If you had seams on the side of your shirt, move them back. Knit the front ribs in. Then keep it, pull the bottom tips of the shoulder blades into the heart. Pull the head of the arm bones back and the head back. Good, now keep those actions, tuck your toes, Dolphin Plank, lift your hips. Tailbone in, low belly strong. Then walk into Dolphin. So walk your feet in towards your elbows, lift your hips high to the air. Keep your chest moving back towards your thighs. Press from your heart down to your elbows. Press from your heart up to your hips and down into your heels. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Good, exhale, release. Inhale, lift your left leg up, extending down to the earth, up to the sky. Exhale, release the foot down, walk yourself back out, and release to your belly. Spread your elbows, rest your head. Good. Breathe into the back waistline. Breathe into the back body. When we breathe into the back body, we expand. That's a physical expression of grace. It's a physical expression of opening up to something bigger. It's a bow of humility and of honor of the highest part of ourselves. So keep your breath focused there. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Pull your elbows in close. Inhale, come up to cobra. Good, exhale, downward facing dog. From dog pose, bend your knees, step or hop forward, Uttanasana. Grounding your feet, inhale, come on all the way up. Reach up and stretch tall. Exhale and circle your hands into your heart. Close your eyes. Turn back inside. Turn to all that is concealed within you, but you know is there. Let it wake up inside of you. Release your hands. We're going to come to Parsvottanasana. If the hamstrings are feeling tight, you can put your hands on blocks. Step your right foot back. Good. Stretch your legs straight and strong. Back heel is down, toes turned out slightly. Pivot your hips to face front. So Allie, you can go wider with your feet if you need to, and your hips are not really going to face front, right? So don't worry too much about that. Allie has a passenger on board, so alignments are a little bit different. Good. Stretch down through your legs, stretch up through your spine, pull your elbows, your shoulder blades to your back, then extend out over the front leg. Hands to the floor as they reach, or blocks, of course. Legs straight and strong. Work to level off the hips. If you're using blocks, have your blocks on either side of your front foot, not out in front of you. You want your hands framing your front foot. Good. Take a deep breath in, extend through the spine. As you exhale, feel the front ribs knit together, the sternum and the pubic bone move towards each other. It's that turning inwards, that bow of humility, an opening of grace into the back body, but onto that, pull your shoulder blades. Take one more breath. We're taking this to warrior three. Shift your weight to your left foot, lengthen your spine, and then launch off the right foot. Any arm position you like. Arms can go out in front, they can go to the sides, you can stay hands on hips. Stretch both legs straight. Spin the inner right thigh up more. Stretch your left leg straight as you stretch down into the left foot. Good. Exhale, big step back, hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. You can hold in dog pose and rest, or you can come through vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, back bend, dog pose. You can full stretch, full breath in dog, and then bend your knees, step or hop, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, release your hands. Step your left foot back, Parsvottanasana. Foot is at about 60 degrees turning out. Heels are lined up, or a little bit of space between the feet if your hips feel like they need a little bit more room to move. Pivot your inner left thigh back. Rotate the whole left leg inward. Draw the right buttock in. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Hands to the floor. As you turn in, make a soft bow of the upper waistline, the front ribs to the back ribs, honoring the hidden beauty within. And then pull the shoulder blades onto the back, letting that beauty reveal itself even here, as we turn inwards. It reveals itself to us inside. It's concealed, we glimpse it, and then we let it shine as the pose shines. Then shift to the right foot, warrior three. So bring your weight to your foot, launch off the back foot, and find your warrior three. I have a very thick carpet in this room. It's so hard to balance on carpeting. Stretch full into the pose. Stretch the legs straight, the arms straight. Good. Exhale, step way back, downward facing dog. Hold, rest, flow. In your dog pose, lift your right leg up. Let's keep the hips level for today and the legs straight. So extend the leg to the sky. Draw the outer left hip in so that your left kneecap is pointing straight ahead. Rotate the inner right thigh up a little bit more, hips facing towards the floor. Extend both arms equally. Then big step forward to warrior one. Spin down your left heel. Rise up with your breath. Good. Find your pose. Front knee bent, back leg strong. Sides of the waist lifted and lengthening. And then again, do like a little baby humble bow here. So just turn inside a little bit. Turn to inner concealed radiance within. Then pull the shoulder blades onto the back and stretch that radiance full through the pose. We turn in, we connect to concealed beauty, and then we let it shine. Back to warrior three. Lean forward, spin up your back heel. Reach out, float up. Good. From here, standing split. Hands to blocks or the floor. And back. Fingertips pressing down. Both legs straight and strong. If you want to work a little balance, take your right hand to the top of your right shin, press it forward. As if all that was concealed inside, you're trying to press it out into revelation as you press that shin forward. Extend the lifted leg high. Good. Big step back, downward facing dog. Hold or flow as you wish. On this cold morning, at least here on the East Coast, likes to move and warm up a little bit, right? Dog split, second side. Lift the leg, left leg up. We'll keep the legs straight, hips level. Lift from your inner right thigh, draw the inner left thigh, draw the right buttock flesh in, stretch down through the left heel. Inhale, step up, warrior one. Spin down your back heel. Rise with your breath. Good. Then a little lean forward. So just lean out over the front leg just a little bit. Knit the front ribs in, puff the waistline back. A soft bow. The front of the body softens, the back of the body opens up. And we open to grace. We open to the ways in which we are all one and all connected. And then from there, we pull the shoulder blades back and stretch that oneness. The radiance that comes from the recognition of who we really are and who everyone is on the inside. We stretch that into the pose. Warrior three as transition. Lean forward, weight into the left foot, float up the right leg. That's it. And then standing split. Hands to floor or blocks. Yes. Fold. Stretch the lifted leg high, stretch the standing leg straight. If you want to balance, left hand to the back of the left calf, press it forward. Press your awareness of the oneness of things forward into the world. Stretch it up through the lifted leg. Stretch it down through your spine. Big step back, downward facing dog. Good, last vinyasa opportunity if you'd like. Rest is always an option too. Sometimes on these cold, snowy days, it's nice to just rest more, to turn inwards more. See what your practice is asking of you today, and just answer that call. Bend your knees, step or hop, Uttanasana. And then press to your feet and rise up with your breath. Exhale, slide your hands to your heart. Connect inwards to your own DNA. That is the same 99% of it as everyone in class today, as everyone in the world on earth, one human race. Release your hands. Step wide on your mat. Not as wide as you would for like a warrior, but a little wider than hip distance. We're going to go into a high, wide squat. So bend your knees. Toes can turn out a little bit. As you come into the pose, look at your knees and just see that your knees are pointing straight at your second toe. That's the most important thing. So adjust your feet as you need to so the knees are pointing straight at the second toe. Send your inner thighs back and wide apart, your sit bones wide. Then draw your tailbone down. Draw the front ribs in, feel the back body open up. Then lift up to cactus, pulling the shoulder blades in towards the spine. Broaden the shoulder blades, broaden the collarbones, open your heart, front and back. We're gonna do a little side to side. Exhale, right elbow to the right knee. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left elbow to left knee. Inhale, come up, keep your knees bent. Side to side, a couple more times with your breath, your pace, your breath. Keep your hips low, sitting into yourself, into the pose, into the moment, into unity, oneness, all that's concealed within us, concealed by skin color and eye color and hair color, and none of that matters. That just represents the diversity, the beauty of the one. Good. Next time you're finished with that second side, come up, press your legs straight, release your arms down. Widen your feet. Feet parallel now, so toes not turning out. Take a big breath in, and then exhale from your hips, fold forward. Fingertips to the floor. In this position, we get the kidney loop, right? That action of the back body opening up, we get that for free. That comes with the territory of a forward bend. But now work to lift your shoulder blades onto your heart. We connect in to the oneness, to the grace that flows through us, through that bowing in, but then we engage with it as we pull the shoulder blades onto the back. We're not letting them drop down. Okay, Skandasana, walk to your right foot, bend your right knee. Options, hands can stay on the floor, toes can stay on the floor, or you can sit low, toes up, hands to the heart, up to you. Your body, your breath, your pose, be in it, one breath. Good, exhale, straighten the legs, shift through center, walk over to the second side, take your pose. Embody your pose. You know, the beauty of diversity is that it allows the one to express itself in the myriad of forms and the beauty of all forms, of all colors, right? The one holds all of it. So be your part in that as radiantly as you can. Shift back to center, fold. All right, we're gonna go into that half crow variation, which I know many of you know. So we're gonna go back to the right side. If you know it, you can go into it. If you need a little tutorial, stay with me. I'm gonna turn to the side. I think this is gonna be the easiest view. So you're gonna walk to the right foot. Your hands are gonna come to the floor about shoulder distance apart. My right knee is kissing my upper right arm. Then I'm gonna lean out like I'm doing chaturanga. Pull the shoulder blades firm to the back, and then come up on the tiptoes. And if that's all going well, maybe hug the heel to the sit bone. Letting the head go a little lower and the hips go a little higher. So you're in a half crow. Yeah, that's it. Good, exhale, release, fold to center. If your foot didn't make it off the floor, that's okay. You still get a lot of benefit just from doing that side lunge. All right, some of you, I see your hips poking way back behind your heels. So keep your hips in line with your heels as you're in the forward bend. Yeah, all right, second side, walk to your left leg, plant your hands, about outer shoulder distance. Snuggle your left knee to the upper left armpit, outside the left armpit. Right foot stays down, lean forward, bend your elbows, and then hug your left heel. Come up on the left tiptoes or hug your left heel up towards your left sit bone, half crow. Yeah, nice, you guys. You guys look great. Exhale, release that foot and walk back to center. Bow deeply. Take 3 breaths here. Close your eyes. Turn back inside. Turn to the place that is connected, concealed within, that is connected to all of creation, all of humanity, all of us, one beating heart, the heart of the universe, one race. Walk your hands forward, lengthen your spine, press strong through your legs and rise all the way up with your breath. Good, step your feet together. Okay. Now, and I didn't say this before class, hopefully you guys have a blanket or a towel, something you can use. Maybe even you could use like 2 little pillows. We're gonna make a roll with the blanket. So I've got it folded in half, and then I'm making a roll. It's not totally necessary. It's just going to make things a little bit easier for these next couple of things we're going to do. So if you don't have it, don't worry about it too much. All right, First thing we're gonna do, so the roll will go across the mat. You're gonna step your feet just about as wide as your blanket with your heels on the blanket. Yeah, heels on the blanket, not toes. Yeah, that's it. Okay, good. Now we're coming to squat. Heels on the blanket, squat down low. If your knees are unhappy, it looks like everybody's down, but if your knees are unhappy, you can always be up a little higher like this, right? If your knees don't like to be down low. All right, good. Use your elbows to widen your knees, but at the same time, squeeze the upper arms with the legs and lengthen your spine. Drop your right hand to the floor inside the right leg, so keep it inside. Take your left hand to your left knee. Drop your left sit bone down, turn to the left, look up over the left shoulder. If you've got your balance, stretch your left arm to the sky. Yeah, now be aware of what that right shoulder is doing. Keep the shoulder blade pulling onto the back, the right one. Don't let that wrap forward. Good, exhale to center, join your palms. Touch your thumbs to your heart, touch into what is concealed there within yourself, within all of us. Then drop the left hand, right hand to the right knee. Try to keep your hips level. Turn to the right. Right arm to the sky if you've got your balance. Strong tailbone action here helps with the balance. Draw the belly in and then pull the shoulders back, lean back. Good, exhale back to center. And then release your hands down, stretch your legs straight, fold over your legs. Lengthen your spine. You can come off your blanket if you need to first, and then come on all the way up. Okay. Here's the challenge pose of the day. We'll see how it goes. We're going to use the blanket. Just watch me. Okay, so I'm going to stand on my right foot with my right heel on the blanket. I'm going to take my left leg in front. Now, you might use a strap for this, right? If it's hard for you to press your leg straight, you can use a strap around your foot, okay? Watch me for a second. So we'll come here. Now, maybe you're just working here because this is a lot. If this is all going well, you can work to lower down to the half squat. Pushing the foot into the hands, shoulders back. Coming back up, I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna give it a go. Push into the foot, yeah. But maybe you can do it. Push the foot to the hand, push the heel to the blanket. All right, so I always say, you get off the bus at your stop, right? So I'll talk you through. We'll start heels on the mat, and just take a moment, take a breath, soften, open up. Maybe this pose is concealed within you. Maybe it will be revealed today, maybe it won't, and really any stage of it is a revelation, right? Stand onto your right foot, bend up your left knee. Hold your left foot with both hands. That standing leg can be a little soft, but press the lifted leg out straight. Press your foot into your strap. Sweep the waistline back, but then pull, create traction by pulling on your foot or on the strap and pull the shoulder blades onto the back. And now maybe just bend a few inches, just dip into the waters of Hasta Padasana, right? Maybe you'll go down a little bit. Maybe you'll go down a lot. Give it a go. If knees are not happy doing that, you just stay upright, right? If your knees aren't happy bending deeply like that, you can just be upright. Yeah. Nice, Jackie, good. All right, get out however you can. That's at least a good. Yeah, good, Moira, that's great. That's a good option. Okay, questions other than, wow, that's really hard and how to make it easier? All right. Unmute if you have a question. Let's try the other side. Stand on the left foot, left heel on the blanket. Believe it or not, this makes it way easier. Lift up your right. It's all relative though, right? Hold your right foot. Yep, and again, just pause at the stage that you're in. Stretch the right leg straight. Open up the back body as you bow in. Make that connection. Find a touch, a glimpse of beauty. And then reveal it as you pull the shoulder blades onto the back. Let your heart shine out. Bend that standing leg any amount. Let the hips lower down. Press the foot into the hands. Breathe deeply. Yeah, good. And then get out however you can. I'm releasing the foot. Yeah, I thought, Jack, I thought you had it there for a minute. All right, good. Come on up. All right, hopefully that was entertaining at least. Okay, so you can actually keep your roll. We're going to do a little, we're going to do one more squat into Bakasana. So if you want to do this with your heels on the blanket, it might be a nice way to try it. This one, your feet will be together or as close as you can. And you're going to sit back. You're going to squat low, knees wide, feet together, knees wide apart. Okay, here's some options. You're kind of on your perch here. Heels are pressing into the blanket. Let's take just forward fold first. Walk your hands forward. Sweep your waistline up and back. Feel the whole back body open up and expand. If you want to go a little deeper, you can wrap your arms behind, in front of your legs, wrap them behind your heels or even behind your back. Mine don't reach that far, but if yours do, you can go behind your back and bow in. Good, let's take this into crow pose. So unfurl your arms, plant your hands out in front of you. Grip your fingers to the mat, spreading your fingers out wide. Snuggle your knees up high into your arms. Squeeze the legs to the arms. Pull to the midline. Pull into that place inside of unity, of oneness. And then float up. As the waistline floats, float your feet. Pull your heels to your hips. You could do one foot at a time. You could do both feet together. Keep your head up. Don't let your head drop down so you don't fall on your head. Yes, nice, Lois, good. That's it, B. Yeah, Allie, probably not a good pose for you. You could stay in the squat. Good, rest back into your squat for a moment. Okay, and then you can release down onto your bottom. Come sit. All right, bend your knees, hold your legs. We're gonna do a little tick-tock boat pose to Parsvottanasana. So lean back. As you lean back, round the spine just a little bit. Look to the belly. Puff the waistline back. Knit the front ribs together, then pull your shoulders back, lift your chest. Good, stretch your legs as straight as you can. You can keep holding or you can let go. Take a breath here. As you exhale, plant your hands and your feet, fingertips pointing in, lift your hips up. Exhale, lower your hips. Lift your arms and legs. Navasana, you can always hold the legs, you can always keep the knees bent. Exhale, plant your hands and your feet. Inhale, lift your hips up. Good, a couple more like that, your pace, your breath, pulsing between turning in here, concealment, and revelation. Turning into all that's concealed, buried within color of skin, color of eyes, those things that we see on the outside and distract us from the true inner beauty. As you lift up the hips and the heart, let that beauty reveal itself. Do one more. Okay, good. And then land seated. All right, stretch your legs out in front of you. Can you see me? Yeah, move back a little bit. Okay, bend up your right knee and pull it in close as the knee will allow. If you need to be off to the side because you need a little more space, you can do that. And if not, pull it in as close as you can. Reach under, manually separate the sit bones, the inner thighs, roll the inner thigh flesh down, and then take the twist to the right. So hug your right knee. Take your right hand behind you. If you want to deepen the twist, you can cross the outer elbow. That's it. As you inhale, fill up, inflate the inner body with a connection to inner radiance, to all that's hidden within, the place inside that is one with all, one with each other, one with humanity. Inhale to face front. And then we'll keep your leg. We're going to come into the That was Marichyasana 3. Now to Marichyasana 1. So you're going to reach forward inside your right knee and hold your right foot. If you can't reach, just you can put a strap around the foot. Hold the foot with both hands or hold the strap with both hands. Good. Turn inside. Let your head release. Sweep the waistline back. Fill the back body. The back of yourself, the part of yourself that you'll never see, the back, the mystery. Expand it. Expand all that's concealed inside the case of your skin and your muscles and your bones and your physicality into that place of oneness. And then pull the shoulder blades back. Pull the shoulder blades onto the heart. Let that inner beauty reveal itself, even as you're folding in. Good. Inhale and come on up, right? Switch your legs, right leg straight, left knee in. Pull it in as close as you can. Wrap the arm, right arm around, left hand behind you. Cross the elbow for the deeper twist. Yeah. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, turn to your left. Use an inhale to release your twist. Reach inside the leg. The knee stays bent. The inner knee kisses the outer shoulder. Reach for your foot with both hands or with a strap. Good. Turn inside. Turn to what's hidden within. Seek. Let your heart's longing be awakened by a touch, a glimpse of that unity, of the oneness that's already there inside of you. And then pull the shoulder blades onto the back. Broaden the collarbones, broaden, open up the heart. Good. Inhale and come back up. All right, one more time. So we're going to try that pose that we came from standing. That's the way harder way. It's a little easier. Pressing up from the floor. So that same pose, we'll start with the right knee bent. Now here's the trick with this one. So we're going to try to press the hips off the floor. So you're going to hold your foot with your hands or your strap. Here's the trick. Lift your foot and then squeeze the legs together. I'll give a side view. Maybe you can see a little bit better. So instead of being inside the knee like this, lift your foot up. So the knee is now inside between your arms. Yeah. Then push your foot forward into your hands and see if you can squeeze your hips up off the floor. So first you lift the leg up. You squeeze to the midline, you pull in skin to muscle to bone. Yeah, that's it. And then push your foot to your hand and see if you can lift. Now, here's another way to try it. You can start with your heel on the blanket, right? So you could start, because that's easier. So if you want to grab your blanket, put your heel on the blanket, you might get a little air time. That way. And if your knee is not happy in this pose, you can take another, you can do that same one we just did. You can just be working in the forward bend and the twist. Yeah, that's it. Good. Yeah, good, Allison, yeah. Lois, you got it, yeah. All right, good. Nice, Eugenia, yeah, that's it, good. Yeah, Lynn, that's it, push with the foot, push. There you go. And squeeze in, right? It's that midline pull also. Okay. Try the other side. Hopefully that's your easier side, right? There's always a side that's easier. Hopefully it's your second side. So left knee pulls in. Have your legs as close together as you can. Reach for the foot or take the strap around the foot. Yeah, so your left heel will be on the blanket for this one. And then lift the leg up. It's almost like you're doing a little crown chasana, a little crane pose. Squeeze the legs together. Pull the waistline back. Then push your foot into your hands. Shift your weight to your left foot. Yeah, that's it. Push the foot into the hand, really strong. You gotta push forward. Yeah, breathe. Sorry, Allie, this might be a little too much abdominal stuff, right? And you could do an open twist, obviously, right? If you're doing a twist. Okay, all right, good work. Yeah, ooh. Okay. Don't break your tailbone. You're close to the floor, but you wouldn't fall too hard. All right, very good, you guys. Take the soles of your feet together. That was enough fun with Hasta Padasana. Hold your ankles. Sit up tall. So I used to say that pose was like here I'm culturally appropriating, but like, you know, Fiddler on the Roof where they do that like Russian dance. But I used to have this Russian student. She's like, that's nothing to do with Russia. Stop saying that. Oh, Eugenia is probably nodding, right? Okay, pull your heels in close, widen your knees, sit up tall. Exhale from your hips, bow forward. Turn in again. Go inside. Seek beauty. Let your heart long for a connection with something bigger. Seek it inside yourself. It's there. Within each of us, within all of us, within everything. Inhale and bring yourself back up. Okay, we're going to come to Plow Pose. Now, if this is not an appropriate pose for your body, for your neck or your shoulders, you can do a supported bridge. You can come into bridge, put a block underneath your hips. If you want a little support for your neck, you can take your folded blanket and put it underneath your shoulders, your head on the floor, if you want a little support as you come into the pose. So lay down either onto the floor with your shoulders on your blanket and work to snuggle the shoulder blades underneath you really fully, really strongly. Push the backs of the arms down like you're doing robot arms. And then push into your feet, swing your legs up overhead. You can lace your hands together behind your back, or you can just have your hands separated if that's better for your shoulders. Work to bring your hips over your shoulders and to energize your legs. So push your shoulders down, push your head into the earth, keep space between your chest and your chin, and energize your legs. Even if they're not fully straight, energize your legs so that your thighs, your legs are parallel with the ceiling. Yeah, work your feet towards the floor, overhead. If you have a couch or a bed or something behind you, you can always put your feet on. Yeah, that's great. If you're on the block and bridge, you can take your legs up as well. You can take that's it, Amisha. If you want to take a modified shoulder stand. Yeah, good, Allison. All right, take a couple more breaths. Everybody looks really good. Yeah, Lynn, bring your feet towards the floor, not up. So that's shoulder stand. Yes, that's it. That's plow pose. Legs reach overhead and plow. Good, and then if your hands are on your back, use your arms as the brakes. Release your hands to the floor. Abdominals are the brakes. Slowly lower yourself back down onto your back. Yeah. If you're on your block, lift up your hips, slide your block to the side. And then let's take one final back bend, counter pose, Matsyasana. Stretch your legs straight, come up onto your elbows. Yeah. Hug your legs together. Make one big, strong mermaid leg. I wore my Keith Haring pants, so when I hug my legs together, they make a heart. So squeeze your legs, make a heart with your legs. Press your elbows down into the earth. Lift your shoulder blades into your heart. Let your head release back. Press your head back. Now walk your elbows towards your hips until the crown of the head comes to the floor. If you have a cervical spine issue, or John, if you need to watch your eyes, then you can keep the weight in your arms and your head off the floor. Legs press down, elbows press down. Take one more breath here, lifting the shoulder blades into the heart. Good, then to come out, nice strong legs, use your arms, lift up, look at your feet, and slowly come back down onto your back. Good. Pull your knees up into your chest. Make some circles or rock. See what your back is looking for. Good, and then keeping your knees up nice and close. Pull them in nice and tight. Stretch your arms out into a T. Drop your knees up to your, up towards your left armpit. Legs just slightly active. You can work that action of drawing the front ribs to the back ribs. Press your right ribs down towards the earth and your right shoulder down as your knees go left. Inhale the knees back up. Exhale over to the other side. Knees up towards the armpit. Legs gently engaged. Work the left shoulder, the left ribs towards the earth. Inhale, bring your knees back up. Good. And then slowly begin to stretch out into Shavasana. Stretch your legs out long. Separate your feet. Settle deeply. Allow your body to relax. Let all the muscles soften, release, let go. Let the act of thinking soften, release, let go. As the body relaxes fully, draw the mind inside. Draw awareness to the spark of concealed beauty inside yourself, inside of all. Shavasana is not about doing, but there is just this little gentle longing that stays with us, the longing to be connected, to stay connected. Stay with that longing. Gently allow for a deeper breath. The breath begin deep inside and expand to the extremities of your body, bringing awareness back to the whole of your being. Bend your knees and make your way onto your side. And then find your way up to seated. Sit up tall. Our yoga practice should help us connect with concealed beauty. Our scripture teaches, our tradition teaches that we are embodied divinity. It's who we are. It's concealed in the DNA. It's the code of the DNA of every human, of all of creation. And so may we seek to find the unity, the oneness, beyond any differences that appear to be on the surface. May we seek to find the unity that underlies it all. Join your hands to your heart. Let's end together with one Om. Take a deep breath in. Namaste, beautiful friends. I hope you have a great day. Stay warm, stay safe, stay cozy.